Okay, I'm back from that commercial break. This this week in my Etsy shop, which goes by the same name in my little brick house, I was able to get two patterns, or then the past 2 weeks, I got two patterns um, listed in my Etsy shop, and I just wanted to share them with you because my other patterns were fall patterns, and everybody's kind of like wrapping up their fall stuff and starting to stitch Christmas stuff. So I finished and posted my next original design, which is Christmas tree, and this is inspired by a vintage postcard I saw where the tree was bigger than the village that was around it, and I just thought it was so pretty and so neat. So I created this pattern with the snow in these sort of sawtooth star quilt pattern blocks here. These are your snowflakes with the star shining bright with a heart in the middle at the top of the tree and red Christmas ornaments on the tree. And then underneath is the village. And I was trying to be very purposeful in all of my details in the village. So you'll see that the windows in the houses are dark, except for the windows in the church, which are bright yellow because this is Christmas Eve night and everybody is at the church celebrating. And I put a little nativity in front of the church with Mary and Joseph in there and baby Jesus in the hay. You kind of have to use your imagination a little bit for that one because it's so tiny, but I thought it was cute like that. And with the picket fences and the heart-shaped smoke coming up from the chimney there, and it's just the quiet little village, and all you can hear are the singing of hymns coming from the church on Christmas Eve night while the snow silently falls. And yes, I am a huge geek and I love coming up with stories like that for my original charts. It's just fun for me to think about these things while I'm stitching these charts. I really do enjoy like every step of designing and then stitching and then fully finishing, and then also listing the PDFs and sharing it with you on Flosstube. Like this whole process is just a lot of fun for me. I don't know if you can tell. The fabric that I used for this chart is, hold on, I'm getting better at this. There's a label right here. This is the piece I used. It was also hand dyes by Jim, and it's 32 count almond Lugana. And if you look at my Etsy shop, I have listed all the DMCs that are in the chart in the description of the listing. So you can see those and make sure that you have them when you buy the pattern, and you can kit it up and get going. For the backing and the trim, so for the back of the pillow, I had this fabric here, and this came from somebody I know who inherited an entire storage unit filled with fabric, and she doesn't do any kind of crafting, sewing, anything like that. I believe it was either her mother or her mother-in-law's storage unit, and she was doing everything she could to find good homes for this fabric, and she knew I did stuff like this, so she gave me the chance to come and pick through the fabric and take what I wanted, which it was so generous because I walked away with like 2 big boxes at least of huge pieces of fabric, yards and yards of fabric. It was really generous of her. And this Christmas fabric was one of the ones that I got, and I just thought the colors of the green and the red were more subtle, like not like the traditional bright red and green for Christmas, and it really matched the subtle greens and reds that I used in my chart, and so I thought it would be a great backing for it. And then I had this chenille trim in my stash, and that trim is from um, Vintage Needle Arts. It's petite chenille trim, and it's in the color Scarlet. So it is also not a bright Christmas red. It is more of a subtle red, and it matched the ornaments on my tree so well. So I sewed that. I hand sewed that on this morning. So that's Oh Christmas Tree, and that's in my Etsy shop now. And I am running a sale to celebrate my new charts in my shop. So until Sunday night, you can get 25% off of all the charts in my shop. So this one is in there. And then also, somebody had asked me if I was ever interested in selling my chart that is my namesake. All of my accounts are in my little brick house, and I created this chart to look like my little brick house, and with my blue door and all. And so it's a very personal chart to me, and even the trees, because I have two dogwood trees in my yard, um, and how blessed I am to have been able to get this house and make it a home for me and my kids. Um, and that is reflected in the words, His love endures forever, from Psalms. And I just feel very loved and blessed by God to be here. So I created this chart in honor of that. And somebody asked if I would ever be able to, if I would be interested in selling it. So I made it a PDF, and it is now available in my Etsy shop for you to purchase. And this weekend it is 25% off. So if you have a little brick house, or you just love the look of the little brick house with the quilt block pattern, then you want to go to my Etsy shop, in my little brick house Etsy shop, and purchase that this weekend for 25% off. Also in my Etsy shop, if you're looking for Christmas stitching, I still have, this one's been in there for a while, but it's been selling, and it's a pretty popular one as far as my patterns go. This is Noelle, and she is a Christmas snow woman, and she has frozen poinsettias and pine boughs and holly leaves in her body, with a little knit cap with hearts on it and a pom-pom on the top, a cardinal in her hand, and she's sitting on a wreath of, pine boughs and poinsettias here, and you have the French version of Merry Christmas on the side. And if you get Noelle, then you get a free chart that comes along with that of Mini Noelle, which someone suggested could be a scissor fob. And I didn't even think of that, and that's brilliant. So you could make Mini Noelle, and you could turn her into a scissor fob. She's super tiny, and she's super cute. And she also has the frozen poinsettias and the knit cap with the pom-pom and the cardinal. So that's, and there's a whole story about Noelle in the pattern too, because yes, I am that big of a geek, and I don't care who knows it. So those are my Christmas patterns. There are a couple of fall patterns as well in there, if you're still in a fall mood, because I do not skip over Thanksgiving. Yes, I love Thanksgiving, and so I still have all my fall decorations up and everything. I don't start Christmas decorating until after Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving. So if you're still in a fall mood, my fall patterns are still in my Etsy shop as well. So that's what I have to share. Let me see if there's anything else. Let me look on my list. Christmas tree, little brick house. They are in my Etsy shop right now, are only PDF downloads. Someone mentioned that they would like to get a print chart. My print charts are currently for sale in my local needlework shop, Ye Old Stitchery, and she has posted them on her website, and it's under the What's New tab as well. So if you are interested in a print chart. You could buy them from there. I am thinking about offering print charts, um, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. It's I have to figure out the logistics of the how to ship it and things like that. So that may be coming in the future, but at this point they're just PDF downloads in my shop. So yeah, that's about it. That's it for my stitching. I think I covered everything. My table looks like a huge mess now because I showed it to you and then just tossed it. So I have some cleaning to do after I finish this. Before I go, I wanted to ask you guys a question. So I like to have the TV on while I'm stitching, and I want it to be something that I don't necessarily have to pay attention to with my eyeballs. I like to listen to it on stitch, but I don't want it to be something that's like I have to pay attention to what's happening on the screen because I like to look at my stitching. So lately I've been watching, like for the umpteenth time, I have gone through every season of The Big Bang Theory. Um, and my friend recommended Ghosts, which is like a funny little comedy about ghosts that live in a house that they inherited. It is actually entertaining, and I have watched that all the way through. And I'm not sure what to watch next, and I don't really like to sit there and scroll through everything that's on these subscriptions. Um, I like things like the Gilmore Girls, Heartland, things that have like witty comedy stuff. Um, but I don't have a whole lot of subscriptions. I don't have cable TV. I don't have Netflix or anything. I've got Paramount Plus and HBO Max and Prime Video. And that's pretty much it. So I wanted to ask you guys if you had any recommendations of things that you watch that are kind of like lighthearted, wholesome, funny shows that you like to watch that I could try out while I'm stitching. So let me know if you have any recommendations for TV shows in the comments below. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check me out on Instagram and follow me there. And then go to my Etsy shop and favorite my shop so that you get notifications when I drop new patterns and you can be the first to buy them. That's it for today. Have a good week, and I hopefully will have tons more to show you next week. And be blessed, and peace out.